edible. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
Thanks, Coach. Just north of the Delaware Expressway and east of Broad Street, we find ourselves at Lincoln Financial Field in South Philly. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying, fly, Eagles, fly, as they get ready to match up with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go. Go right in. Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Here's the man who's led the league in rushing twice in 3 seasons, Ezekiel Elliott. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, man. Watch the boot. Watch the boot.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. Cowboys and Eagles, of course, such a great rivalry. Last year, the Cowboys got the better of the Eagles both times that they met, with Philly coming off their Super Bowl title. But in weeks 10 and 14, it was Dallas beating Philly by a single possession. A run for Tony Pollard, the Memphis product. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. He was able to escape momentarily in the backfield, but you could just kind of tell that wasn't going anywhere.
You know, in the film session, he'll get a minus for not getting him on the ground by himself. But what the coach is really going to analyze, how fast did his teammates get there to help him? If one guy slows him up, everyone else better be there, and that's what they got on that play.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lamb. A gain of 22. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
On first down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Prescott, he'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
I don't think either one of us is surprised about who they just targeted on that one. I mean, they're going to try and get to him as much as possible. Off to a nice start, but unable to haul that one in.
Yeah, already looked his way a couple of times on this opening drive. Can't connect there. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Prescott from the gun. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Lamb. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 25-yard line.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? Five or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Eagles' 14-yard line.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They'll try to throw now. Prescott able to get away. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. Derek Barnett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And Zuerlein's kick is good. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Here's Miles Sanders, the rookie second-rounder from Penn State. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 10 yards there and an Eagle 1st down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
On 1st down, they look downfield, and it's complete. They'll get 34 yards there. They lulled them to sleep there, so to speak. That was all set up by the running game, wasn't it?
Another example of what all offensive coordinators tell us. When the running game's operating, it really opens up the playbook, and that's when they hit them with the play action. And you can see the defenders rushing towards the line of scrimmage, then scrambling back trying to cover. Couldn't get there in time.
Well scripted. They had the big running play, now the big passing play.
Hey, watch it.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Here's Scott. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Go. Blue 80! Hey, watch the slant.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wentz. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Dallas Goedert, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Prescott looks to throw on first. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the first quarter. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Prescott. And he comes back with one complete. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
It's a game of 20.
Dak Prescott last year against Philly, boy, biggest game of his career passing yardage-wise, 455 yards, 3 touchdowns, and a 29-23 December victory over the nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. Intended that time for Cooper. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him. And I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Sanders. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. Stop made there by Gerald McCoy.
Gerald McCoy is always going to be linked with Ndamukong Suh. They came into the NFL in the same draft class. There's a lot of debate about who was going to be the better defensive tackle. They just do it 2 different ways. McCoy, more movement, more elusiveness. That allowed him to make the play there for a short gain.
Here we go. 180! 54! Mike, 54! Take me up! Here we go!
On 2nd and 7, Wentz. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Wendell Smallwood, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. Over the middle, complete. That's Lamb. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards, the final tally.
1st down, Cowboys.
Here we go. Pour it in. Check 53. Here we go. Let's bring it.
From the red zone now, Prescott nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. He's going to let it go deep for the end. That ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup. His 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Zerline good with a PAT, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and down field, aren't you?
I wasn't looking at you. I got something in my eye.
That's the excuse that you always use for something like that. Listen, I appreciate good offensive football as much as the next person. When it's played well and is skillful, I'm with it. And right now, this is exciting.
Oh, the defender likes it. Right back to Sanders on 1st down. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
Right there. All day, baby.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. On 2nd down and 4. Wentz. This one complete to Smallwood. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
First and 10.
Here we go, D.
On 1st down, Sanders. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Here we go. 120! Hey, You're not ready.
Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz.
Well, they were unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Touch! 180! Blue down! Touch!
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Then it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now 17-14. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. You're down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. To throw, it's Wentz. Forced out to his left. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And they finally are able to take him down at the opposite 47. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Check 24. Check 24. Two jet.
Wentz on the give to Sanders. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Wentz to throw. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Another run here with Sanders. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
It's 3rd down and 4.
Here we go. Waiting.
Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Take 4. Great. Bang. 22-jet bomber. 22-jet bomber. 2-jet. Done.
Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front. Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen, took a quick exhale on the sidelines. So let's go get it back and fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that lead. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
Here we go.
Check. Watch the before. Here we go.
They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his 2nd rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League.
Here we go. Flying.
Mike forward. In your face.
26.
They go to Elliott again. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. He'll let this go for the end zone. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys have once again taken the lead. Zerline now for the PAT. And that one gives them a 3-point lead.
Makes the score Cowboys 24, Eagles 21.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They had seized the lead there for a little bit with a starting drive in the third quarter, but a moment ago the touchdown that puts them back behind. So their defense is under siege a little bit right now because they have not able to solve their opponents. And now look at him go. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. A big play there for Philly. Give him 58 yards on the ground.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for first and 10. Now Sanders. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Brings up second and 9 at the 16-yard line.
Go. 180! Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Now a play fake. Wentz. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Carson Wentz with touchdown pass number 4 on the afternoon as his guys are able to regain the lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A gain of 15. And the Cowboy first down.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They'll run with Elliott. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas first down. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Prescott. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. Cooper was the target there. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
Hey, empty. SOS. Mike 48.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Looking deep for his tight end, Ertz. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. It's Clinton Dix with a pick.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second. second interception of the game, and so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. The first down carried by Elliott doesn't amount to much as he'll get forward for about a couple. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Check 53. Got you, boy. I got you, boy.
Play action now. Prescott. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Nickel Roby-Coleman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he'll get him a little space here up to the 5-yard line. Jalen Smith, who took a huge step forward last year, in on the tackle for Dallas.
2nd and 6 at the 5-yard line.
Another run with Sanders. He's going to have the first down past the 20. Finally taken down at the 32-yard line. 27 yards there, a first down.
Okay, every now and then, my defensive bias will leak out here. Abysmal play for them. You've got them backed up, and you let them out.
And take advantage. And you know who's happy? The punter. Because if he was needed, they gave him a lot of space to work with now.
Yeah, because he would have had a lot to think about, right? Don't step over the back line and give him a safety. Now he's got room if he needed it.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction. One quarter remains here in Week 16. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Go. 20. Squeeze, double. Sunday.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first.
How about the fellas with the stars on the side of their helmets rising up on defense? We always hear about the Cowboys' rushing offense. Their rush defense is pretty good as well, I think, because they're so cohesive. Defensive line, linebackers really work well together.
And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow.
You need to get the ball away here in the 4th quarter while you're just holding a slim lead. But that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves them with 3rd and just a couple.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Cowboys.
Last year, Dak Prescott had 3 fourth-quarter comebacks, and he's in search of another one right now. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The Pro Bowler Fletcher Cox there to get him down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. On the RPO, Prescott's going to keep it himself. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the 4th quarter, and they got a big one.
And such a close game, a very big one.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Throwing, Prescott. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
They had enough yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free, no first down.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. The Cowboys will go. Prescott. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jannard Avery just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
To try again after the sack. Prescott. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Fletcher Cox giving him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. Now Prescott. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Jannard Avery in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
It's been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. Prescott to throw on 4th. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Fletcher Cox, and the Eagles are going to take over in great field position.
Here we go. 180. Right now, let's go. Watch the slant. Shift.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Sanders. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, will likely put an end to this thing. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now Wentz to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Well, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down here in a one-score game. At the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge... Oh, Prescott stripped. And the Eagles have recovered. And they were hoping to get down there, get the score, and get this thing into overtime. How deflating.
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance, and probably were feeling pretty good about what was going on, and that was taken away from them by their own mistake.
Yep, the opportunity squashed. On first down, Sanders trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead now up to 14. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. He's picked off at his own 47, and they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Here we go. Backman. 120. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Wentz to throw. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A big play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that. But there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
Here we go. Here we go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments.